Coliseum, Ron Callan with you, and guess who this is? Sydney Weise, of course, of the LA Sparks, played for Townsville in Australia, and oh yeah, she played here. Yeah, how weird is it to be back in Corvallis watching a game as a spectator?
It is different, to say the least. I had to ask my parents, where do we get the tickets? I don't know how it works, but it's cool to be on the other side and take it in, see how everything works. Because I'm sitting across the floor, so I can watch the bench from both sides, and I can watch the game from a different perspective. And so it's cool to take it in and cheer on the girls today. I think they're playing awesome.
They're playing awesome against a very talented UCLA team. Now, you played with Jordan Canada. Has she changed any since the last time you saw her?
She's a little bit faster, and I didn't think that could ever happen. But yeah, she is one of the quickest players I've ever gone against and played with, defensively and offensively. I mean, she's a tough player, and that's why she's going to go high in the draft, and why she's as dominant as she is at this level. And so I think they're doing a really good job containing her. She's good at finishing, obviously. She finished a lot of tough shots today, but they're doing everything they can against her.
You know, we'll talk about this game in a minute, but let's just, you left Oregon State after an incredible time here. We all know the story, but the LA Sparks experience, tell us about that. What was the most outstanding part of that?
The people I was around. I'm really thankful that I landed in a great organization who cares about the players, who is surrounded by a great coaching staff and a great organization, like I said. And we have great fans, too. And so it reminded me a lot. There's no place like Corvallis, but I think if there is a place that is of comparison, it would be LA. And so I have family there, I have friends there, and it was an awesome experience to be able to take it in and go to the WNBA Finals, even though we fell short. That's something that I'll be able to carry with me going forward in my career.
One of the few games I saw was the night they got their rings, and I think you kind of went off that night.
Oh, was that night?
That night.
Sorry, a lot's happened. Yeah, that was. I mean, it's motivating to see something like that. As an athlete, that's what you work for, as a championship. And so to celebrate the success that they had the season before and going forward, it's cool and it's motivating as well, because we're going to be playing Minnesota the first game of the season for their ring ceremony. And so we're going to have to be watching them as they receive their rings. And so if that's not motivation, I don't know what could be.
Then you go to Australia, where Ruth Hamblin has been hanging out, and what was that experience like to play for Townsville and win another championship?
It was awesome. I mean, like I said, your goal as an athlete is to win championships, and so got a lot of good lessons from there on and off the court, learned how to survive on my own in a different country, away from my family, away from friends, but I made a lot of new friends. And then Ruth being there as well, it was good to have such a familiar face and one of my best friends, and so we had a very good time over there. It was summer, and so we were able to swim a little bit. We avoided all the sharks and all the crocs. And it was awesome to be able to go over there for my first overseas experience.
Now, let's talk about this team tonight. Marie Gulish, your old buddy, being hounded by UCLA. They're down 4. They've had their moments, but defensively, both teams are playing pretty well.
Yeah, I think, defensively, UCLA is known for their quickness. And, I mean, me, from experience, it's tough to play against them. They use their length, they use their athleticism, and it's tough for you to see out there, and it's tough to move the ball and to get anything easy. And us, on the other hand, we do a good job playing position defense, and we know exactly what the other team wants to do. And so it's fun watching that battle going head-to-head, and both teams are trying to work and try and get their best shots doing different things that they're not used to. So it's really testing their basketball IQs.
Knowing Scott Ruick like you do, what would be his message right now to this team?
Continue to take care of the ball. I think stay calm when there's pressure and work together. I mean, they're doing the best that they can, but I know that he's probably saying you can do a little bit better. And I know how hard they work, and they know the game so well. They know the game plan, so it's just a matter of trusting that game plan, trusting each other, and shooting the ball with confidence. If you're open, knock it down. And so I think they're doing a great job defensively. They're making them take tough shots. They're getting back in transition. I know they got a couple of easy transition looks, so he'll probably bring that up as well. But I think just be confident out there, and when the ball comes in your hands and you have an opportunity, bury it.
Thank you so much for spending time with us. Congratulations on what's happening to you. It's nice to see Patty and Troy and the gang as well. And stick around. I'm going to go over some stats with you, all right?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back on the Beaver Sports Network from Learfield.